In the glittering world of fame, where red carpets roll out and flashbulbs pop, some stars trade their spotlights for prison bars. Their stories serve as dark reminders that celebrity status can't shield you from justice. Here's the shocking, in-depth look at how these famous faces fell from grace and landed behind bars, likely for good. 1. Danny Masterson, from sitcom star to convicted criminal. The Hyde we knew from That 70s Show, sarcastic, witty, always ready with a biting comeback, couldn't be further from the real Danny Masterson. At the height of his fame, while earning roughly $300,000 per episode and living in a Hollywood Hills mansion, Masterson harbored sinister secrets behind closed doors. Between 2001 and 2003, while filming the very show that made him a household name, Masterson committed horrific acts against 2 women in his home. The details that emerged during his 8-month trial painted a disturbing picture of a star who used his fame and connection to the Church of Scientology to shield himself from consequences. Justice finally arrived in 2023 when a jury found him guilty. The sentence, 30 years to life, meant Masterson's last taste of freedom came on December 27, 2023. He traded designer clothes for prison blues at North Kern State Prison, where he now faces a stark reality. He'll likely be in his 70s before he even has a chance at parole. 2. Harvey Weinstein, the mogul who sparked a movement. Harvey Weinstein once ruled Hollywood with an iron fist and a golden touch. His name graced over 300 Oscar-nominated films. Shakespeare in Love, The King's Speech, Pulp Fiction. These weren't just movies, they were cultural touchstones, and Weinstein stood behind them all. But in October 2017, the facade cracked. Then it shattered. What began as whispers became a roar as dozens of women, including some of Hollywood's biggest names, stepped forward. Ashley Judd, Rose McGowan, Salma Hayek, one by one, they revealed the dark truth behind Weinstein's power. Decades of systematic abuse and harassment. The scandal didn't just end Weinstein's career, it sparked the Me Too movement, fundamentally changing how society handles sexual misconduct allegations. Now 72, facing combined sentences of 39 years and battling health problems in prison, Weinstein's legacy isn't Oscar gold, but a cautionary tale of power corrupted. 3. Ryan Grantham, a child star's descent into darkness. Ryan Grantham's story reads like a psychological thriller, but for his family, it's a real-life nightmare. Starting as a fresh-faced child actor in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Grantham built a respectable career in Vancouver's thriving film scene. Guest spots on Supernatural and Riverdale suggested a bright future. But behind his success, Grantham battled devastating mental health issues, his mind filled with violent fantasies, including plans to assassinate Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. In March 2020, these dark thoughts culminated in an unthinkable act, shooting his mother in the back of the head as she played piano in their home. What followed sounds like a movie script. Grantham loading his car with guns, ammunition, and Molotov cocktails, setting out for Trudeau's residence. But conscience intervened. He turned back, walked into a Vancouver police station, and confessed everything, now serving life with a 14-year minimum before parole. Grantham's story highlights the devastating intersection of mental illness and violence. 4. Michael Jace. When The Shield couldn't protect him. For 7 seasons, Michael Jace convinced audiences he was Officer Julian Lowe on The Shield, a complex cop walking the thin blue line. In reality, Jace's own life was unraveling. Financial troubles mounted, bankruptcy in 2011, defaulted mortgage payments by 2014. His marriage to April, a public school administrator, strained under the pressure. Then came April 8, 2014. As their 2 young sons watched, Jace turned from actor to murderer. He shot April in the back when she arrived home, then delivered 2 more fatal shots as she lay wounded. His chilling words to her, "Run to heaven," would later be revealed by his 8-year-old son's heartbreaking testimony. The verdict, 40 years for second-degree murder, means Jace, now 62, will likely die in prison. His story serves as a tragic reminder that domestic violence can explode in any home, regardless of fame or success. 5. C. Murder, No Limit to Justice. Corey C. Murder Miller had it all. A famous brother in Master P, a successful record label behind him, and gold records to his name. But while his brother Master P used music to escape the violence of New Orleans projects, C. Murder seemed unable to break free from that world. The fatal shooting of 16-year-old Steve Thomas in 2002 at a New Orleans nightclub ended both a young life and C. Murder's freedom. 2 trials, multiple appeals, and celebrity interventions, including Kim Kardashian's recent advocacy, have haven't changed his fate. Despite questions about witness credibility, courts continue to uphold his life sentence, suggesting that even star power has its limits when facing justice. Number 6. William Hayden, the gun shop owner's secret crimes. Sons of Guns made Will Hayden a cable TV star. His Louisiana gun shop, Red Jacket Firearms, drew millions of viewers who watched him customize everything from historical muskets to modern assault rifles. But in 2014, Discovery Channel abruptly canceled their hit show when horrifying allegations emerged. The truth proved worse than anyone imagined. Hayden had sexually abused 2 preteen girls, with attacks spanning nearly 2 decades. One victim was his own daughter, Stephanie, who bravely came forward about his attempted assault when she was young. Multiple trials resulted in multiple life sentences, with judges ensuring Hayden would never see freedom again. His 2019 appeal rejection sealed his fate, from TV star to permanent prisoner. Number 7. Eric Naposki, the deadly love triangle. Eric Naposki's story could be a noir film, an ex-NFL linebacker working security, a wealthy businessman, and a femme fatale named Nanette Packard. After brief stints with the Patriots and Colts, Naposki found himself entangled with Packard, who was engaged to millionaire William McLaughlin. The plot they hatched sounds like fiction. Use McLaughlin's own house key, shoot him in his kitchen, collect insurance money, and live in his beach house. All part of his will. For 15 years, they nearly got away with it, but cold case investigators finally cracked the case in 2009, leading to life sentences for both Naposki and Packard. Their story took another twist when they turned on each other, Packard suggesting Naposki acted alone, while he claimed she arranged the murder with someone else. Now they serve their time in separate prisons. Their deadly romance nothing but a bitter memory. Number 8. Raw Diggs, when lyrics become evidence. The case of Ronald Raw Diggs, Heron made legal history. The first time rap lyrics substantially contributed to a life sentence. Leading Brooklyn's murderous Mad Dogs blood gang, Heron didn't just commit crimes, he chronicled them in verse. His unprecedented sentence, 12 life terms plus 105 years, came partly because his lyrics detailed 3 murders with chilling accuracy. When he appealed, claiming First Amendment protection, courts ruled that artistic expression doesn't shield confessions to real crimes. Now, Heron's case influences debates about using rap lyrics as criminal evidence. Number 9. Tim Norman, Sweetie Pie's bitter end. Welcome to Sweetie Pie's charmed audiences for 9 seasons, showcasing a family-run soul food empire. But Tim Norman destroyed that wholesome image with a cold-blooded plot, killing his own nephew, Andre Montgomery Jr., for $450,000 in life insurance money. Norman's scheme involved exotic dancer Tarika Ellis luring Montgomery to his death, and hired killer Travel Hill pulling the trigger. The betrayal shocked fans of the show and devastated Norman's mother, Robbie Montgomery, who lost both her grandson to murder and her son to prison. Norman's life sentence, along with shorter terms for his accomplices, ended a tragic chapter in reality TV history. Number 10. Harrison Hardbody Harrison, wrestling's dark side. Harrison Norris Jr.'s career as Hardbody Harrison in WCW seemed modest, mainly losing matches to make stars look good, but his post-wrestling crimes proved far more notorious. Using his wrestling background as bait, he lured women with promises of training and stardom. Instead, he created a house of horrors. Women found themselves trapped in a system of endless debts for failed chores or tasks, forced into prostitution to pay them off. Federal human trafficking laws finally stopped him in 2007, ensuring this former wrestler would spend life behind bars. Number 11. Keith Wright, from NFL dreams to nightmare crimes. Keith Wright's NFL career, brief stints with the Texans and several other teams, barely made headlines. His crimes, however, shocked Sacramento. Leading a series of home invasions was just the start. Wright escalated to kidnapping and sexual assault, forcing one victim to drive to multiple banks withdrawing money. His downfall came through DNA evidence, leading to conviction on 19 charges. His sentence, 114 years to life, plus 120 years and 8 months, stands as one of the longest given to a former professional athlete. These stories remind us that fame, fortune, and talent don't place anyone above the law. While their former lives sparkled with success, these celebrities now face a stark reality: concrete walls, metal bars, and the knowledge that their crimes cost them everything. Their cautionary tales serve as powerful reminders that justice eventually catches up, no matter how bright the spotlight once shined.